try this again. If it keeps freezing, just go back to the replay. I'm sure it will catch up after. So again, if the live view makes it too difficult, we will just keep going and you guys will just have to log back in for the replay to see if that will be just a better way to get this out there. So what we're going to do is basically I'm going to be talking about how to grow yourself authentically without the use of being featured. So there's a couple subjects on this. I shared it on my Instagram earlier. If you're in here, please invite your friends, your followers. And if you have any questions, hold them till the end, but you're welcome to chat with each other and be as interactive as you'd like to be. So I posted earlier about how I feel with being featured, featured pages. You could take it bigger industry into what I think about color companies, some of them, and kind of the way that social media has, if you will, kind of revolutionized the way that Instagram is monetized, or companies are being able to use free, social media and marketing for the benefit of their companies. So what's interesting is that we're the artists, and how it's always been is that the artist was the one that was really looking for the exposure. So it's played out time over time with color companies, right? So you've got this amazing artist who pays their dues, puts in all this time, puts in all this work, is a yes, go-getter, let's do it, what do you need from me? And they're job hunting. They're looking for these companies. They are, trying to get out there, and they're trying to get their, networking opportunities. They're trying to meet and greet other individuals that are, kind of doing the same thing that they want to do. Maybe they're looking for a hair family, some hair friends, whatever it is. It used to tend to, and only is now recently trying to change. It's changed the industry from going to a industry that is used to basing it off of, hey, if you come over here and you do this for us, you're going to put in the time, and then eventually we're going to make you a platform artist. We're going to be using those trends and those concepts and ideas that you have, but not always necessarily giving back to the artist that put in the hard work and put in the time. Okay, guys, I see a lot of you guys are saying it's freezing, it's delaying, it's not playing catch up. So I'm going to just, I don't know how I'm going to get through this if it keeps freezing. I don't know if it's going to change. So if it's freezing but the audio is working, I'm just going to continue because it may be too hard to just go back and forth. So let's just stick with that then. So with saying all of that, it's made it really unfair to the artist, okay? So I've seen a lot of things through my experience and through my short experience. So if I have the mind open for it and I see what I'm seeing, it makes me as an artist feel discouraged, basically. It makes me feel like what I'm working for and what I've worked for so long is tainted, and it made me feel, honestly, like, I don't know what was authentic in this industry anymore. I felt like it was cliquey, and I felt like, here these feature pages are, and the minute I try to find this community of hairstylists, and I really think, wow, like, I found it. I'm so excited. It's amazing. Then I go and I get to see behind the curtain, and I'm like, that is, I'm disappointed. I'm let down. I'm discouraged. It no longer becomes fun to do what I once loved doing. And I constantly, sit back and reflect on the things that I see, or the things that I thought were and are not. And it makes me angry. It makes me angry. It makes me sad. It makes me just struggle with it internally, because as much as people say, just sit back, don't worry about it, let it be, whatever have you, that's just not really the way that I'm set up. That's not really the way that my heart's set up. That's not really where my moral compass guides me or directs me, to be completely honest with you. So being a brand and being a person that has a position like myself, it definitely doesn't make you everyone's best friend to sit here and make a stand for something. And I've been doing that with you guys through Periscope. I have used my voice to kind of share with you guys the things I have seen without overstepping and bullying or trying to use my platform for a negative platform. All I'm trying to do is show you that there is things that you have to open your eyes to. There are things that you have to make a choice to be a part of or take a stand for what you do believe in. And you unfortunately can't always go into it saying, but sunshines and rainbows and this is what we believe in, guys, because, that's just not the truth. I'm sharing with you what I see and the things that are not helping our industry, because I need for you to see with what I'm saying why you have to just look at it from a big perspective. And I know you're already seeing it. The reason I even take stands for it is because I get multiple letters daily talking about the same subject, talking about how one person or one group or one affiliation has been hurtful or disrespectful or dictative or told them what they can or can't do, kind of are using people as chess pieces. They are saying, the point is that the benefits of a feature should be to be recognized. You've earned it. You already deserve it, okay? On top of that, it's to have, an outsource for your work to reach other groups of people. So it doesn't matter how many followers you have, or I have, or she has. Each time somebody features someone's work, you're now in a particular bubble to each person. It's a big wide web, basically. So it doesn't matter if I have 2,000 followers, 20,000 followers, 50,000 followers. All that matters with that is obviously the higher the feature page that has the amount of followers, obviously, the more recognition you get or could possibly get. Because law of attraction, the way that it works is, say there's a feature page and they post all balayage. Their target audience is people that tend to like balayage, just like fashion colors. If it's a feature page that happens to showcase a lot of vivid colors, then they like to show vivid colors, and that's what they're gaining attraction. So what a features page is supposed to do is monitor what their audience likes, what they're hoping to platforms themselves for. And you have to think, well, what is it going to benefit this page by building? A lot. I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but these pages, it can be changing for them. They are now in a unique position to have other sponsorships or people that want to invest in these pages, because why? They have 50,000 people that are watching their channel. They have 70,000 people that are watching their channel, 90,000 people that are watching their channel. So it's your channel to market and target. Now, with that being said, these feature pages have entirely gotten where they've gotten, not because they feature their hard-earned work, but because they're featuring your hard-earned work. And that's how it's always been, On the plus side, some of the ones that I've honestly felt that were, really good ones, Modern Salon, BTC, never really felt like, I feel like they show a wide range of artists. They really pick through, and it doesn't matter how many followers that these features get. And they're always sporadic, and they don't seem to favor any artist over another artist, which that tells me a lot too. It's one thing to want to uplift and feature artists. You know they're talented. They probably go back, check on them from time to time, like myself, feature it, and that's that. So that I don't owe them anything. I'm not in their back pocket, nothing. But on the other hand, there are other pages that use you as like a bargaining chip. Like, hey, yes, come over here. We're going to uplift you. We're going to really boost you up. But they also need you for voting, or they need you to get their numbers even higher, or They need you to network harder for them. You know, I get that there's a strategy behind marketing. I get that there's a strategy behind social media. But we're in a unique craft that these are the artists. They deserve all the recognition. They deserve to be recognized because they're talented. This industry should not be going back. You know, it's not a hard thing to support. Nobody ever, you know, had a negative thing come from supporting somebody else or by uplifting somebody else. You know, it's so many requirements for a feature. And I've noticed, because I didn't always say Sweden, and because I come to you guys and I share what I see, you don't see me get featured that much by some of those. You don't see me getting featured all the time. It's not plastered everywhere, which is totally okay, because I'm still growing. I know in my heart, my mind, and the things that I've experienced in the relationships I've had and the conversations I've had, that I've always said that I will only ever stay in this industry to be authentic. That the way that I get there is more important than getting there. And it's only a matter of time till I get there. I will eventually be at 100K. That'll be amazing. But I'll know that once I'm there, that I earned it, I deserve it, and I'll feel really good about the position that I'm in, and I'll know that every opportunity that comes to me will have been something that I deserved. And that's worth everything. That's so important. The reason we have HRVA Hairstry and we turned it to our Authentic Hair Army was because there just wasn't any feature pages that were, you know, smaller, other than seeing the, you know, Modern Salon, BTC, and some of those of our favorites that were really kind of doing that, and for no reason other than we just like doing it. Steven really works hard to dig, and how he gets there is going to be our first tip. So Steven, he runs Authentic Hair Army. I don't. Here's the thing. My page is built bigger than his. It always has been. That's where we started with, you know, but his is climbing so fast because of the way that he interacts with people. It has nothing to do with my work. He doesn't even feature my work that often, and we've said that before. He's a supporter of my work. He feels, yeah, it deserves to be shared, but we really we kind of go back and forth about it. Like, I've told him, like, don't even worry about it. It's no big deal, because here's the thing. If I had lower numbers and the page had higher numbers, then I would be utilizing my page for my selfish gains. But really, what we do with it is we are completely honest about it. I have my page. We started this to help our local area. It reached outside of our local area. We wanted to make it much more of a movement, much more of an impact, and just really much more of a community of people. We don't really want to be in front of the camera and just behind the camera. We want to meet everyone. We want to interact with everyone, build connections, build new collaborations. I love a lot of aspects of hair. And so I'm always looking for that hair community, whether it's barbering or updos or braiding techniques, shortcuts, you know, still more coloring techniques. I mean, there's so much that I still want to learn and to grow myself in. And that requires being around other, you know, alike individuals. And it damn sure to me doesn't matter if you have 10,000 followers, 100 or 10 followers. It really doesn't matter, you know. Any range of people is worth being, you know, surrounding yourself with if your mindset is in the right place and your heart is in the right place. So we're going to go back to my notes. Key factors, every feature matters, whether it's big or small. It doesn't matter who's, you know, sharing your work. It's a step in the right direction. And those different circles of people are going to attract people to come check out your page. So always, always, always be grateful for any shout out or follow that you do receive. What you can do, and what I do recommend you do, is if you just posted a photo, Steven said this before, and say one of the hashtags was vivid hair. Tap on the hashtag and just go and start liking a bunch of people's work. That will make them feel supported. It's a nice mutual handshake that says, hey, I really like your work. I've liked a couple of your things. You do really awesome. So then they're more inclined to just want to come see who you are and to, you know, show you the same, hey, high five, your work's amazing too. And that will just, again, attract positivity to you. It made their night. They made your night. Good old handshake, pass love back and forth. Who knows what you're going to find on their page? You might draw some inspiration from their work. Let's see what else. You know, remember that your channel, you know, your page is your channel, you know, what you're putting on there is going to attract them. So again, the same advice we always give, have a nice clean page, good photos, showcase any and all of your talents, and be interactive with them. Make them want to stay to your page and want to, you know, continue to follow your hair journey and the content that you're putting into your page. Because that's important. People, they get bored after a while. You have to constantly, it's a lot of work. Don't think that social media is instant or is going to happen like that. But there are key things that can help it. Keep them engaged. Think of creative ways that will keep them engaged. It's not just for that moment. You have to keep your followers. So building relationships with them, sharing your hair story, your hair journey, or just who you are, will keep them wanting to relate to you and be inspired by you, because probably you already share similar things with each other, whether it's your sense of style, maybe they admire, you know, a specialty that you have that they're working hard towards. Maybe they think you're just cute and they like the way that you look. Maybe they like the cat photos you post. Whatever it is, it's just law of attraction. Those people that are attracted to your page are for a reason. Obviously do what you love. Photograph and stylize your work. Get a really great photo and make sure that you find different ways of showcasing it.
Clear photos.
Clear photos, yes. Wipe those cameras, ladies. You're putting your makeup on and you're swiping your cameras and it's all fuzzy, and clean it up or get a new phone. Get a ring light, some lights. You have to invest in yourself. If you want a better photo, it might take an investment of a better camera. It might take an investment of some light source. You know, if you don't have it in your salon, maybe you have to buy a backdrop. These are things that are going to help you to take your photos to the next level. My favorite lighting, honestly, is natural lighting whenever I can get it. But I will be investing in the ring light also. And I just shoot with an iPhone 6. I don't edit my photos. I use an iPhone 6. The only app I use is a Camera Plus. And it just streams a little light, which helps to showcase the hair the best. But yes, natural lighting is my preferred. Don't wait or depend on a feature. It can be maddening. It can set you into this whole, why didn't it get featured? It deserves it. You know, I did this whole crazy project for a feature and it never got picked up. It's just going to leave you disappointed. Know that you did your work. You put in the work. It looks amazing. You know it is. Reshare it later. Maybe nobody caught it at that time. And, you know, you'd be surprised. I actually Googled, it's going to sound really crazy. I Googled my name yesterday, just Ash Fortis, and I was actually really surprised. It's not, it's just a lighting Ashley crybaby. I Googled myself yesterday, Ash Fortis, and I was surprised on how many blogs I had actually been written on and featured, and I had no idea. I had no idea that I had been. So it was cool to see that. So know that your work might be in some blog in the UK or in Norfolk, Virginia, and somebody that just appreciated your work. Again, never give up. Know that if you continue to do what you're doing and you continue to plug away at it and think of creative ways like I'm doing right now, I'm taking the time to do this Periscope because I think it's important, then even if it's one person, 5 people, 10 people, 100 people, it will start something. It will matter to some people, and those people are who my inner circle are. They're the people that I want to spend my time with the most. Take risks. Put yourself out there. Bye, Angela. Love you too. Put yourself out there and see, you know, explore yourself, explore your creative talents, and figure out who you are outside of, you know, what is your purpose. And that might take a little time for you to figure out, but that's okay. It's the creative process. Lace up those shoes and put in some work. Build others up. Again, guys, it all takes a lot of work. It all takes, you know, being out there. Don't give up on social media. Don't worry if you're not getting featured. Just, you know, work a little bit harder at it. Try to, you know, get your circle of friends. Do fun, creative ways. I'm part of something called Follow Friday. Super light, you know, it's friendly. People are interactive. I enjoy it. It's not some thing that I feel has to be so monitored and set way, you know. It's just a really cool way to go to really amazing artist page, uplift them. And I just, honestly, I've enjoyed being a part of that. So if you come up with a creative concept to do something similar, do that. If you think of cool ways to start shooting videos of your hair, do that. Think of different ways to take your photos. Whatever you can do to make yourself stand apart. And think for whatever reason you're trying to do it. If you just want to build your clientele, make yourself a goal. You know, say I want to shoot to getting 3,000 followers and I really want to hashtag and focus my hashtags on my local area because I'm just looking to build more clients. And put all your love and energy into that. If you're looking to do more hair artistry, utilize those hashtags, utilize going and being interactive with the people using those hashtags to build more of a community. And that will be the biggest reward of it all. It doesn't matter how, you know, far that you reach with your numbers. Doesn't matter how fast you do. The most important part will be that you're actually involved in your hair community, that you're actually enjoying your craft more than you thought possible, and you actually have built a circle of friends, authentic friends, hair besties, which is important because we're all very different as artists and individuals. We're all kind of very high energy, or we're low, or somewhere in between. It's a lot of personalities. So law of attraction, let who you're meant to be with in your little circle or big circle be whoever it's going to be by being authentically who you are. So hopefully those tips help you guys. I know we share all the time a lot about lighting, a lot about hashtags, a lot about uplifting each other. Yes, community over competition, and different ways to try to make yourself stand out as an individual. So if you guys have any questions, I'll take a few, and then I'm going to go relax. I went to go wipe. Yes, this whole time. See? You're like, blink. I did too. I was like, my camera's so fuzzy, and I went to do like an extra wipe, because my daughter likes to chew on my phone sometimes. I was like, man, I'm looking crisp in this lighting. So it's, you know, sometimes it's the most simple things. I do not do editorial work, but I love editorial work. I actually thought that and still think that in my future, that I would love to do more editorial work just because I like being able to be like batshit bananas with hair. Like tease it out crazy, have no limitations, add whatever objects I want. Steven turned the lights on me. Like the lights went down in the city. Tell him to come say hey. Oh, we're back. What a jerk. I am in my bathroom. This is not some cute landscaping. It's just my shower curtain. Yes, wild, free, dream hair. It's crazy. I work well under pressure. I like that hair high. Who knows? Thank you for liking my curtain. Someone who wants to get into education. It depends. If you want to come on with a color company, you can go that route, take their training. First, pick up a company or a brand that you love. If you want to do independent education, you got to really work. What was that?
I said if you want to do
independent education?
Independent education, invest in yourself.
Yes, you have to invest in yourself. I mean, look at Ruby. Honestly, Ruby's taken a ton of workshops, a ton of education. And she's partnered up with Maria Booth. And as an independent educator, she really has invested a lot of money into taking these different classes and seeing how different workshops.
God has something about can't go gunslinging.
Yeah, nothing. You can't go gunslinging with nothing, because that's when your brand and who you are behind this little tiny phone and this computer screen really comes to life, and you can really hurt your credentials and credibility to other people because you were like, hey, I'm ready to go. Let's do it. And then, you didn't bring to the table what people were expecting you to, and they felt cheated by that. So, I've invested, time into women's branding, into marketing, self-research, other classes as well. So you have to continue to challenge yourself and make sure that you're going to be a great educator and that you really are working hard to educate all the different ways that people learn. I was asked the other day by my owner where I saw myself in 1 year. What does Ashley want? Where I see myself in 2 years, 5 years. Girl, let me get back to you. I'm playing catch up. I have a lot of dreams and ambitions, to be completely honest. Who do I go to for inspiration? My husband's very inspiring to me because he's so supportive, and that means the world to me. Not something I had my entire life. So I'm really inspired by him being a great husband, a great supporter, and a great father. I look to Nina for inspiration. She, keeps me grounded on some of the things I've been working towards for a long time. I look to my first mentor. I just had dinner with him the other day to thank him for everything he's given me. And David Thurston from Butterfly Loft. Iris. There's so many people. Iris is so goofy. She makes me truly relax and be myself. So yeah, I've been doing hair for 5 years. Yes, thank you. I loved being at Circus. Were you in New York or were you in LA? So I've only been in the hair industry for a short amount of time. I think I'm coming up on 6 years, or I just passed 6 years. I forget. 2011, I've been licensed. So, yeah, LA was amazing. And, it goes to show you that it just takes, sometimes just raw talent and being crazy about hair and just making sacrifices. Brittany, Nola, I'm so excited, girl. I was watching the Emmys last night, preparing for a speech. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. I might be going to buy some dresses. I hope you do a workshop here again. So where is here? Woohoo! I know, I'm excited. I gotta get with you guys. I'm getting in early in NOLA, so I gotta find something to do. But I'm very excited to meet everyone. I think it might be a little bit of an overload. I will come back to LA for a workshop. I want to thank... I know, she's like, you wouldn't even get to a speech. You just cry. She's right. She knows me well. But yeah, I'm super, super excited. I feel very, very blessed. I'm super excited for NOLA. I think there's going to be a lot of people, to get to meet. So I'm really excited. I wish Steven was coming. He loves getting to actually meet you guys. I'm always talking about him. Yes, I live in Norfolk, Virginia. So it's really cool for Steven because, when I'm going around, they're like, oh, you're Steven. I love your husband. And, I always wish he was there to hear that. And he got to be in New York, so that was nice. Seattle. I don't think that would be hard. I know Iris for sure, I think, made a post today that she really wants to do Seattle, and I am not saying no. Can't wait to meet me in Norfolk. I can't wait to meet you either. I'm so excited for that event. Steven will be right alongside me. Yes, I will love Seattle. Would you ever accept sponsors? So actually, that's interesting because I meant to talk about that. So my sponsorships are 100 million trillion % authentic, okay? I get sent free shit all the time. Been sent free stuff since probably 10K followers. It's been a long time. And you will never, ever, 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 never, no matter how many dollars, doll hairs or dollars, will hear me post, represent, or showcase a product or brand that I do not 100% stand by and would put my name on it. I've had wig companies want to send me wigs and say, well, if you just sign this contract that says that you'll make 2 posts for 4 weeks with blah, 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 with da-da-da-da-da, and they've not even sent it to me yet. I'm like, no, I have no idea. If you want to send me the wig and you want me to do my color on it and speak from an honest review, sure. But other than that, I'm not going to. And I haven't. So I'm willing to accept any products that want to come, and I like all different things. I'm not a person that just likes one set thing. But I promise you, us talking about From Mars, because we absolutely love it. I've been approached by another company, who I won't name, to be sent this box full of goodies, but I already know that my From Our Boys already got that shit on lock, so why am I going to go do that? Just because they're like, hey, we'll platform you, we'll talk about you, we'll do this. No, my From Our Boys have been good to me. They put out a great product. I believe they were the first to do it. So I'm going to ride that train, and I don't get nothing in return other than knowing that those people care about me just the same way I care about them. And we're just putting out that they authentically make badass shit. I mean things, brushes and things. So, no, I won't sign off to any brands or any products or anything like that unless they're good stuff that I would want you guys to invest your money in and to be honest and come from the heart. So, I think we're going to wrap that up, guys. We're going to go relax. Thanks for tuning in. You guys are amazing. Tomorrow I have to pack and play catch up, so I will probably see you guys back in the salon Wednesday and Thursday, and then I'll see you guys this weekend in New Orleans. Have a good